Oh, Coco. Oh, we're on camera.
Oh,
This is Lefty from the Coco and Lefty Show. We have a few stories for you today, and I'm going to start out. It seems that a gynecologist had become fed up with malpractice insurance, HMO paperwork, and long hours, and felt burned out. Hoping to find a new career where he could use skillful hands, where they would be beneficial, he decided to become an automobile mechanic. So he enrolled at a local technical college, signed up for night classes, and studied very hard to learn all that he could. When the time came for the final practical exam, the gynecologist prepared carefully and completed the exam with tremendous skill. When the results came back, he found that he had received a grade of 150%. Well, he was worried that this was wrong, that an error had been made, so he called the instructor, saying, "I don't want to appear ungrateful, but has an error been made?" The instructor said, "Well, you took the engine apart perfectly, which was worth 50%, and you reassembled it perfectly, which was worth 50% of the total grade, and I gave you an extra 50% because you did it all through the muffler, which I've never seen done in my entire career." You got a story for us, Coco?
yes, when I get over yours.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. A customer asked, "In which aisle can I find the Polish sausage?" The clerk asked, "Are you Polish?" The guy, clearly offended, said, "Yes, I am. But let me ask you something. If I had asked for Italian sausage, would you have asked me if I were Italian? Or if I had asked for bratwurst, would you have asked me if I were German? Or if I had asked for a kosher hot dog, would you have asked me if I were Jewish? Or if I had asked for a tacos, would you have asked me if I were Mexican? Or if I had asked for a bar to get drunk, would you have asked me if I were Irish?" The clerk said, "No, I probably wouldn't have." The customer said, "Well then, when I asked for Polish sausage, why did you ask if I were Polish?" The clerk replied, "Because you're in Home Depot."
Oh, excellent, Coco. Now I have one more for today's show.
Okay.
It seems that a 22-year-old woman wanted to marry an 80-year-old man. The man said, "You're so young, I won't be able to satisfy you sexually. My mind is willing, but I'm afraid that my equipment isn't." The woman said, "Don't worry, we'll go to a urologist." There are all sorts of new medical treatments for these problems these days. So, together they went to a urologist and explained their situation. The urologist said, "Not to worry. We can insert a metal rod in your penis, like a stick in a dick. Or we could use a pump. We could use pills like Viagra. Or best of all, we could transplant a baby elephant trunk to the nerve ends of your penis. And when you become sexually excited, it will become erect, and you would have the equivalent of a 16-inch penis." The man said, "Oh, I don't think I want to expose my beloved to that sort of thing." But she said, "Oh yes, do it, do it, do it." So the man said, "All right." And he had the surgery, and they had several successful trial runs and set a wedding date. So at a prenuptial dinner at her parents' house, they sat together, and she opened his fly, and the trunk slipped out. The mother served dinner, and suddenly the trunk jumped up to the table and snatched the baked potato from his plate and disappeared. Needless to say, it became very quiet at the table. And the mother said, "Well, I don't know what I just saw, but could you do it again?" The man said, "Well, I'd be glad to, but I can only fit one potato up my ass at a time." And that's it for today, folks.
Okay. We'll see you again next time. Hello. Bye. Bye.